Hi, I'm Katie McGee. We are coming to you live from Denver and the broadcast studio here at GBTA Convention 2025. Joining me right now, it is an honor to introduce you to Lauri Reishus, the President and Chief Executive Officer of Airlines Reporting Corporation. Lauri, thank you for coming by.
Well, thank you, Katie. Thanks for having me.
It's nice to see you. So since our last conversation, ARC's NDC Working Group launched a list of industry best practices. This group continues to meet and has recently released some updates, I understand. Can you tell us about what you learned from this formation of the working group and why the collaboration within the industry on NDC is so important?
You know, the collaboration on NDC within the industry is not just important. I think it's actually critical to scaling NDC beyond the 20% or so of transactions that are processed on NDC today. Because to scale up that solution, you've got to solve not just the kind of front end of NDC, the shopping, offer creation, but you actually have to smooth out, make things efficient all the way through to final servicing. And so that's the focus of the NDC Advancement Working Group. It's comprised of agencies and airlines and technology providers, and they're really focused on the operational efficiency side of NDC, which has been a lot of fun to be a part of. The team published late last year their first best practices guide, and then had continued to work this year and just recently updated it to include things like branded fares. What's the best practice for a branded fare? So that there's more consistency in understanding through the shopping process and servicing what's in that branded fare, and loyalty. Everybody wants their loyalty perks to be more visible further upstream in the shopping process and buying process. So best practices were needed to be developed for those two areas. Really, NDC and this working group has started to create, we believe, a stronger foundation for a modern airline retailing experience for all the parties involved in a transaction. And it really is the first half of getting offers established so that we can turn our attention to orders.
You mentioned orders. Well, will ARC take a similar approach to bring the industry together to transform orders? And if so, what will that look like?
Absolutely. Orders are going to be the single source of truth for everything that was purchased from an airline for a journey. And it's really the other side of the coin. It's offers, which is NDC, and orders. We learned a lot through, as an industry, through this many-year journey on NDC. So we're trying to apply those learnings. And really, in a nutshell, that's get all parties involved earlier on in the process. We think it's really important for corporate buyers to understand orders, even though it might seem like it's kind of behind the scenes and in that kind of world of back office. But it is going to be that single source of truth that for everything related to the order, not just what was purchased, but for servicing, delivery, accounting. And we have established orders working groups separately at this point, one for airlines, one for agencies, one for tech providers. But applying what we learned with NDC is first you kind of start with the separate groups so they can really understand their requirements. Then you bring them together and share so that the whole system understands why this is important to one group and this is important to another, and how you make it all flow. It's really about creating efficiency. Over many, many years, EDIFACT transaction processing, like we're all accustomed to, became really efficient over time. Well, now we are transforming everything, and we need to find the ways to make this equally efficient so you unlock all the positives, but you don't lose on the efficiency side, so you have a real smooth journey. We also have a corporate advisory group, and we'll be sharing updates with them along the way, because we really do believe corporate buyers need to understand what's happening with orders.
I love the process. It's smart. It just sounds like a really smart process.
Thank you.
And looking at ARC's data, which emerging trends do you see as having the most lasting impact?
You can't be at a conference today in any industry and not talk about AI. And when it comes to data, the biggest emerging trend is the application of AI. None of us know exactly how it's all going to all the benefits that will be unlocked over time. But already, we're in early days using AI to improve our data processing. We provide data to a lot of people in this industry, and we're already implementing it into our models because AI depends on really high quality data. It's going to make our data higher quality. And we think it's going to be the emerging trend when it comes to data. We have a governance structure at ARC for AI, as does, I'm sure, everybody who's starting to deploy this technology. Very important. And for us, in the role that we play, supporting almost 250 airlines and thousands of agencies and all of their customers, we have to be transparent. We have to collaborate, and that I think will allow us to unleash all the positives, but in a way that is appropriate and delivers the kind of positive benefits we're looking for.
That all sounds good.
Yep.
Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it.
It is my pleasure.
It was so interesting to talk to you, Lauri. We appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank
here.
you, Katie.
We appreciate you joining us as well. Again, my name is Katie McGee, and we are coming to you live from Denver and the broadcast studio right here at GBTA Convention 2025. Thank you for watching.